What's going on, everyone? This is Mitchell Mander here, and welcome to another review of the Boruto anime. Today we're going to be covering episode 179, Victor's Scheme. And does Victor's scheme go well in this episode? Well, before I get into that, if you like this type of content, you're new to the channel, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. Anyways, let's get on to the review. So the majority of this episode takes place at the car hideout, which I'm guessing is in another dimension, because when Victor walks through this electronic gate, computer-like gate thing, it seemingly takes him to the car hideout, which, looking at the sky, it looks like they're in a different dimension or something like that. But anyways, throughout this episode, Victor realizes that his regenerative abilities are beginning to fail him, and he does not have much time left. He's also getting pretty old, so he's getting kind of desperate, and he wants to plot against Jigen to steal his vessel. So he tries to do just that in this episode. Victor goes to see Amado, and Amado's basically telling the hard truth that, your body is kind of failing you, dude, but I can give you some replacement body parts if you want to. And Victor is just completely rude to Amado this entire time. He's like, I'm not going through experimentations again. And, Victor is just, this guy is just a douche. He just doesn't, he talks down to, literally everybody that he talks to. And he just doesn't have any respect for anybody. Despite the fact that Kara seemed to help him out in the past, but he's just rejecting their help now. But anyways, as Amado and Victor are talking, Victor actually seemingly has a seizure, a medical seizure. He's taken to the infirmary in the car hideout. And as Amado is looking over him, he gets a message from Queen Delta, who wants to see Amado right away. So Amado walks away, and while he's away, Victor actually gets up because he actually took some medication in order to fake a seizure, or fake passing out. So he uses this random fly drone, something like that, and uses it to get through some of the vents, because he realizes that the infirmary is connected to that prohibited area where the vessel's being located at. And he uses the fly to actually extract some data from the vessel. So Victor actually learns that the vessel is actually in Phase 3 now. Interesting. Amado goes to see Delta, and she's just trashing the place. She's just destroying stuff. And she takes it out on Amado. And she seemingly hates everyone. She hates Code and Boro, as she says here. And she wants to go to the infirmary to get a checkup in seemingly her right leg. And Amado's like, sorry about that. The infirmary is being occupied by Victor right now. And she talks down to Victor and even mentions Deepa here. She's like, she just doesn't like anybody, it seems. Interesting enough, she doesn't mention a few other inners. Notable inners, I should say. But anyways, I like the fact that we get to see Delta here, because we get to see some of her personality fleshed out before the actual manga adaptation, so I thought that was pretty nice. Anyways, Jigen calls Amado, and he has to go over to Jigen. And Jigen's over here, he's drinking wine. Just an FYI, the guy enjoys his wine. Anyways, Jigen has a talk with Amado, and he actually mentions, hey, from what I understand, the vessel's in Phase 3 now. Why didn't you inform me? And Amado over here is like, I needed to make some tests beforehand to make sure that it's actually in Phase 3 before informing you. And Jigen over here actually has a place to test out the vessel in Phase 3. Interesting. Victor over here actually manages to overhear it. He actually got up after his little mini medical seizure, but he actually overheard the conversation. He's like, hey, I actually have something that can transport the vessel. I have a blimp that has stealth capabilities. And he mentions it to the two, and they become interested. And Amado is like, okay, we can use that, but do whatever you want, but however, I have two conditions. You can't be on the blimp, and we will set the flight path. So Victor agrees to these terms. Interesting. Just a few things to pay attention to, by the way. If you're an anime-only fan, you might want to pay attention to this blimp and what happens moving forward into the manga arcs, or the anime adaptation of the manga arcs. Anyways, Amado moves forward with the plan and has some of Kara's puppets transport the vessel onto the blimp, and the blimp takes off and it disappears as it has stealth capabilities. And I like this little interaction between Amado and Delta, in which she's like, if something goes wrong, I'll cut you and Victor up. I don't know. For some reason, I just like Amado and Delta's interactions. But Victor's scheme is in place, and he realizes that he seemingly has Jigen. He wants to try and threaten Jigen with using the vessel against him, and he has actually placed apparently a tracking bug or something on the blimp, so he's able to track its location. Unfortunately, the blimp actually starts falling out of the air and starts losing altitude, and eventually crashes. So much for your scheme, Victor. Didn't really work out for you, bud. Anyways, besides all the Kara stuff going on in the episode, there's a small section of the episode that's dedicated to Team 7 and them being commended for their efforts in Land of Valley. So, yeah, time to celebrate. And Mujino actually tells Konohamaru, yeah, you're going to pay for the drinks. Anyways, Boruto asks Naruto to spar with him sometime, in which Naruto agrees, setting up a certain scene in the manga. Or, I guess, chapter in the manga, I should say. So, yeah, look forward to that, everybody. There's also a part where Boruto is standing over the Hokage monument. He's looking at his seal on his hand, and he thinks about that time with Momoshiki where he basically told him, yeah, those blue eyes will take everything from you. And he's like, well, no, I'm Boruto Uzumaki. Well, we'll see about that in the upcoming future. Not to spoil anime onlys, but yeah, some interesting developments are going to be coming from this seal on Boruto's hand. So I gotta say, I really enjoyed this episode. I think this was a great episode and a great setup to the Vessel arc, or the Owl arc, or whatever arc you want to call this. But I thought this was fantastic setup, and it's I like the fact that the anime is actually doing a fantastic job setting things up for Kara. They are doing an excellent job. Like, look, I like the manga, but one of my biggest complaints in the manga is there's lack of details, and there's stuff that's clearly left out, that's left up for interpretation. And I like the fact that the anime is filling this in, because before it's like, okay, how in the world did this blimp crash? We know kind of what happened if you read the manga, but it doesn't really explain it thoroughly. We barely get to see this blimp actually, really, in the manga, but I like the fact that it's explained here. You know, Victor had some involvement with it, and we get an explanation here, and yeah, it's setting things up very well in my opinion. I think it's doing a very good job of that. I also like Kara members' interactions with one another. You get to see their personalities fleshed out. You didn't get to see everybody here, Code and Boro, Kashi and Koji, and yeah, there's a couple of Kara members that are left out here. But you get to see some of the main members that are going to be super important here going forward, besides a certain one. But I like their interactions. I like that their personalities were fleshed out a little bit, and yeah, I enjoyed it. Alrighty, guys, that's all I got for this episode review. So again, a great episode. I'm going to give this an 8.5 out of 10. So guys, in the comment section down below, what did you think of this episode? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Post your thoughts in the comment section down below. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. I'll see y'all later. You have a great day or night wherever you're at, and peace.